Greetings, my name is Timothy Collinson and I'm the Faculty Librarian for Technology. This video is going to have a little bit more detail on actually going into an ebook. So if you've seen the video we've already put together on finding a book in the library catalogue, whether it's an ebook or a print book, this goes into a little bit more detail on the ebooks. So once again, I'm going to start from the library homepage. And once again, I'm going to click to search library resources. And once again, we're going to use the library catalogue here. Now, in that previous video, we just searched for a topic, academic writing. This time, we're actually going to search for a particular book that we've perhaps got from a reading list. So all we need to type in is the author's surname and perhaps one or two words from the title. It'll depend on how common the surname is generally as to how many words you need to type. So we're going to put in Cottrell and study. And you can see here that it's come back with 49 results. And we've got a 2008 third edition, a 2013 fourth edition. But as I said, we're now just interested in finding an ebook. So over on the left-hand side, I'm going to refine to just electronic books. And you'll see there that we've got a 2013 edition of it, 2019 fifth edition, and that is the latest edition. So I'm going to click on the title here to have a look at the library catalogue record for that particular book. And you can see here the bibliographic details as ever. You can see some other details as well. And it tells you it's an electronic book and there's a link to online access. That word might change occasionally. Sometimes it says ebook access or whatever. Don't worry about that. So if we click on that, it will take us out of the library catalogue and it will take us into Ebook Central. And I've actually been timed out of this. So I need to log in. You may need to log in, particularly if you're at a distance. And Ebook Central is just one of our ebook collections. We have several, but this is by far and away our biggest one with over 500,000 books. So you'll probably end up in here a fair bit if you're using ebooks at all. And you can see lots of things here, including search boxes, advanced search boxes. You can put things on a bookshelf if you register and make a little account, which is free, but you will need a password and login, of course. And then various details in the middle. Also, it's bibliographic details over here, again, useful for referencing. But one advantage of being in the ebook collection is that there's often a Cite Book button over here on the left-hand side. And if you click on that and you know which format you should be referencing in the case of technology students, you should be using APA, then you'll see it puts together a little reference there for you, which can save you a lot of typing. But do use these with a bit of caution. Sometimes they're a little bit inaccurate. They put capitals where they shouldn't, or they put in full names where they only need an initial or something like that. So always check these APA references against our referencing at Portsmouth tool. And I talk about that in a video on referencing that you might want to have a look at. So as for the book itself, we will virtually always be able to read it online. Sometimes we will be able to fully download it for 1 week, and then after a week it will self-destruct off your hard drive, and if you want to keep reading it you'll need to come back and download it again. Increasingly, but that doesn't happen with every book, so that depends on what the publishers allows us to do. Increasingly they do allow us to offer you a download of a PDF chapter which won't self-destruct and you can keep forever and use as you need to. So do check out the options there. I'm going to click on Read Online just to show you what it will look like. And here on the left, we can see the table of contents. And if we click on any particular part of it, you can see that you can see the book as though you were reading it with all the illustrations, tables, charts, and that kind of thing. So that can be really useful. But what's even more useful is we can search within the book, say for the word essay, and it will now show us all the results within that book for that particular term that we've searched for, and it makes it very easy to find any kind of particular reference that we're kind of interested in. So again, that can be really useful and is a little bit easier than a print book where you'd be limited to looking in an index or the contents page to do something like that. Up at the top of the book, you'll see that you can, you may be able to download it. You may be able to do a chapter download, which we can in this case. You'll be able to copy and print parts of it within copyright restrictions, but it will tell you what you can and can't do with that. And there's some other things like being able to add it to a bookshelf, as I've said, The cite button is tucked in here as well, looking a bit like quote marks in a speech bubble. And there's other options as well that you might want to explore, such as being able to highlight the book or put sticky notes in it, or add a bookmark. And again, if you've registered and made yourself a little account, you'll be able to do that and then come back to the book subsequently much more easily. So that's a very quick introduction to being able to find books and being able to navigate them. But there's a little sort of secret, or not so much a secret, but something that's really, really useful and powerful here. This search box up here searched within the book, but this search box up at the top actually allows you to search through the full text of all of the books in Ebook Central. So if I do a particular search for, well, if I search for the same word essay, you'd see that we're getting 115,000 results. So you might want to go to the advanced search and narrow it down, or you might want to refine on the left, just like you can in Discovery. But you can see how powerful that is. Let's say we looked for academic writing as we did in the previous video. I'm going to put that in quote marks so that it looks for that exact expression, and you can see there that you're now jumping into any number of books there that talk about that kind of topic. So particularly if the library catalogue isn't producing something for a topic you're interested in, because it's a very narrow, very small topic, this may be a way of finding lots and lots of information on all sorts of topics that you might find really useful. So that's the general search box rather than doing the search within a book. That's a really quick introduction to using the ebooks that we have, and I hope you do explore a little bit more, and don't forget that we have other ebook collections. Unfortunately, there's no way of searching them all in one go, so you will need to search them all individually if there's an ebook collection, like one of the Cambridge ones or Oxford ones that you want to search full text in the way that I just did. As usual, if you've got any questions about that, don't hesitate to get in touch with us via email or 24/7 chat or coming to see us in person. And all the best with your studies.